Chers amis de l'océan, mesdames et messieurs,
Dear friends of the ocean, ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, good morning. More energy. I'm pretty much happy to be with you on day 2 of this BIA 2025 event initiated by the European Union in partnership with the Togolese Republic of the Seychelles and Kenya. Togo is proud to be the very first West African country to host this event. Yesterday, in his opening remarks, Permanent Secretary of the Government, Mr. Baba, reiterated the Togolese government's commitment towards the European Union for sustainable development of the blue economy. Yesterday, we were pretty much happy to discover this pitching project. Indeed, the idea is to support initiatives for sustainable development of blue economy. Congrats to all entrepreneurs who pitched their projects yesterday. Pretty much happy to hear you this morning. We will discover you any minute now. Those following remotely, thank you. Thanks deep from our heart for joining us. And do not forget for your social media posts, please connect to hashtag Blue Invest Africa so that we spread the news very wide. I'm very much happy to be the MC in tandem with Dean Vine this morning. How are you?
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Divine Dogbeda Zuma, the Blue Economy Lead based in Ghana. And I think at this point, you can also call me high energy because that's what I need from all of you. So can we try a few energy checks? Can we try a few energy checks? Good, so let's go back to what I taught you yesterday. When I say Blue Invest Africa, you say Friends of the Ocean. Blue Invest Africa, Friends of the Ocean, then BIA, voila. Can we try that? So Blue Invest Africa? No, that's low. Blue Invest Africa? Blue Invest Africa? BIA, voila. Good. So yesterday we had an awesome time over here. Can we give it up for all the pitchers who pitched yesterday? Come on, let's give it up for them. And then also, can we do that for all the pitchers who are going to pitch today? Come on, clap for them again. Great. So before we start, a few essentials to keep you posted and in your seat. So now I need all of you to put your phones on silent because we are here for the pitchers and we don't want any form of distractions. And should in case you need to use the restroom, locate the restroom at the left side and right side of the exit right behind you. Charlotte, over to you.
merci beaucoup.
Thanks a lot. For today, we shall be having more pitching sessions to be followed by a panel discussion involving investors in the blue economy. We then shall proceed with the closing ceremony with prize awards to the best project proponents for 2025. And there will be a marvelous feast to wrap up this event. We are holding this meeting today on Thursday in Lome. Without much ado, we shall invite members of the jury, and we are very much happy to have amongst the 3 juries. She's very much busy with her computer. Lena Launch Africa. Put your hands together.
Gentleman Tondo from Ocean Hub, Africa. Un jury 100% féminin.
Female-dominated jury. And the last one from the UNDP. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall be listening to 6 speeches for this first session of today. Let's welcome Kaltani from Nigeria, very first speaker for the day. Resounding applause for him. Do not forget, after the pitching and this, you then have to select the best, as far as you're concerned, the best speaker of today or the session.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, bonjour. Plastic pollution is a global crisis. Annually, 380 million metric tons of plastic waste are produced worldwide, of which only 9% is recycled. 79% is accumulated in landfills, litters our streets, and is discharged into our oceans, consequently causing over $19 billion in economic loss to marine ecosystems. The World Economic Forum warns that in 25 years there may be more plastic than fish in the ocean. Additionally, of the 2 billion tons of municipal solid waste generated annually, only 55% is collected and treated through formal systems. That's the global crisis that we face. Now, let's localize this crisis. Nigeria generates around 6 million tons of plastic waste per year and over 36 million tons of municipal solid waste, of which less than 20% is collected. And so our overflowing landfills and our poorly managed solid waste lead to frequent disease outbreaks and cause severe air pollution, which, believe it or not, is responsible for more premature deaths in Nigeria than malaria or HIV. And a significant number of these deaths are infants less than 1 year old. Now, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce you to Kaltani, a pioneering Nigerian waste management company that's working to change this woeful narrative through innovation and sustainability. Since we began operations in 2020, we've collected over 6,000 tons of plastic waste, and 80% of it has been recycled in our factory. Our revenue streams are generated from payments for waste collection services, sale of recyclables, and sale of carbon and plastic credits. With a $2.3 million raised from our first seed round, we've established operations in 2 states, secured multiple offtake agreements for our recyclables, and we've recorded a turnover of over $1 million in the last 3 years, but we are only just getting started. 6 months ago, we secured a 10-year renewable waste management concession agreement with the Abia State government, which is Nigeria's first ever public-private partnership for municipal waste concession and makes us the official waste collector for an entire state of over 4 million people. We're building a recycling park, a sustainable landfill, and a comprehensive waste processing facility for the effective implementation of this project. With our mobile app, we'll optimize waste aggregation and collection efforts by encouraging responsible disposal of waste. We'll achieve this by providing financial incentives for over 300,000 green entrepreneurs who form the backbone of a thriving circular economy. Our model is designed to scale across 3 more states with a combined population of 18 million people in the next 2 years, by which time we hope to collect over 200,000 tons of municipal solid waste per year, reduce carbon emissions by 170,000 tons each year, and recover plastic, organic, and solid waste for reuse across multiple industries. Our team is made up of young professionals with over 20 years of combined experience in engineering and in finance, in law and in business management, and 52% of our workforce is women. So what is our ask here today? We seek an investment of $12 million to diversify into recycling of additional waste streams. 3/4 of the funds will cover major capital expenditures and operating expenses, while the rest of the funds will cover administrative and logistic costs. Ladies and gentlemen, In a country with a recyclables materials market valued at $5 billion and growing, where only 2% of waste is recycled, we see immense untapped potential. And so we invite you to support our mission of saving the lives of more infant children from premature death in Nigeria, of providing more green jobs for our youth and women, of saving our precious planet from imminent ruin, while, of course, making a healthy profit in the process. My name is Enyinaya. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Kautani, and I thank you for your kind audience. Je vous remercie.
Thank you, Enyinaya, for your presentation. Jury, over to you. Like yesterday, one question each. Thank you.
Well noted. Congratulations and thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
My question is relating to the traceability of the plastic and the waste that you collect. What does that look like for Kaltani?
Sorry, the feasibility you said?
The traceability.
Traceability?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to understand what you mean by that, the term
So,
traceability.
in the recycling lifespan of waste production and waste management, you obviously have to have some traceability of where your waste is collected from and where it's going. So
Right.
for your traction, for your impact. So I kind of want to understand, do you have any traceability operations in place?
Yes, we do. So we are handling, we've always collected waste within the environs of Lagos and Ogun states. That's where we have our factory situated right now. We are now moving down to the eastern part of Nigeria, Abia State, where we're going to be responsible for all of the waste in the state. So all the plastic waste in Abia State pretty much is going to be our responsibility. Yeah.
So you said you're asking for 12 million American dollars.
American dollars, yes.
Okay. Walk me through what goes into that $12 million.
Right, thank you. So it's a very big infrastructural project because there is pretty much a lack of infrastructure for waste management and recycling as it is. So we're building a comprehensive waste processing facility and recycling park. So the funds will be going, most of the funds will be going first into acquiring the machines like the pelletizing machine, the hot flakes washing machines. We're going to be installing a biochar plant. We're also going to have an RDF machine, I think by year 4 that kicks in. And so a lot of that, a lot of the money is going to be on capital expenditures mostly, and then operating expenses. Again, 3/4 of the funds we're asking for is going to be focused on that. It's mostly just the infrastructural, and we're building a whole, I'll call it an ecosystem, really, because we're going to have there a training facility, we're going to have the hostel for employees, and we've been allocated 150 acres of land by the government of the state, so we're going to be creating something there, and also have a sustainable landfill as well on the site. And we're going to have collection points across the states where people could bring their waste, but we also have trucks that go out and pick waste from people directly.
Yeah, thank you so much for a good presentation.
Thank you.
It was good to hear that you signed a concession agreement with the government. And my question is about the amount of the waste you manage compared to the amount of the waste that is produced across Nigeria and your future projections. Let's say you get the 12 million euros you are asking for. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much for that question. So right now, in Nigeria, you have over 32 million tons of municipal solid waste being generated yearly, and over 6 million metric tons of plastic waste. We realize this is enormous, and it's not something that we can handle entirely by ourselves. So our strategy right now is that we are establishing our operations in one state. This is the first state in which we've had the concession. That's Abia State, is in southeastern Nigeria. But the idea is to have similar concessions with the surrounding states. If you look at the Nigerian map, you see proximity, there's close proximity with Ebonyi State, Anambra State, Imo State, Rivers State, Cross River. We already have proposals with 2 of the state governments. It's quickly progressing. So I believe in the next 2 years, we should have those on board as well. It would be very ambitious to think we could be across the entire breadth of Nigeria, even in the next decade. That's going to be a very ambitious ask, you know, and one wouldn't want to extend themselves beyond what their capacity is. But I can say for sure that in southern Nigeria, we should have operations across board in the next decade. In the next 10 years, we could have that operating. Because again, we're actually having discussions with one of the states in the, it used to be called the Midwestern region, but it's now I think it's now classified as the Western region. We're having discussions with one state government there as well, and it's progressing really nicely. So I think it's not overly ambitious to think that we can cover the southern part of Nigeria within the next decade.
Thank you so much, jury. Thank you so much, Uchenna.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation. Okay, so moving all the way to Gabon, we have Pauline Abesolo Obami. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome him on stage. Can we clap for him, please? And also, Alexis will be helping with the translation and from the jury.
Bonjour à tout le monde.
Good morning, everyone. I am Gabonese, and we are in recycling. Many people who consume fish, they have in the system what we call microplastic. In our country, about 20 tons of plastics are collected on yearly basis, and some are recycled. 85 are in public waste areas. When fishers go to fish, they find in the nets a huge quantity of plastics. And so the fish and the plastics are in on our table. So we eat plastic. So we decided to specialize in collecting, sorting, and recycling of these waste that will be sent to recycling units. We work or engage with B2B customers, and we work with 6 of these entities and 2 NGOs that makes it possible to sensitize. We've been able to sensitize about 20 schools, impact 26,000 people during our various years of activities. We have about 4 million plastic waste that are collected. This was possible thanks to a vibrant 6-person team, and they are trained in marketing and trading. They followed several workshops on waste management and sustainable development. We have 3 people responsible for collecting, sorting, and another one responsible specifically for maintenance of our equipment. We have 2 sources of financing from collections that we do. The other one from resale with our recycling partners. We have decided not to be only suppliers. We want to be recyclers. And so we have pyrolysis system. And so we work with industrial farms. We are discussing with 2 farms. Unfortunately, we have not been able to satisfy their needs because we cannot produce, as we speak, huge quantities. So to do so, through Blue Investor Africa, $157,000 that will be used as follows. First, to acquire material, pyrolysis system to be able to produce enough quantity to satisfy the needs that exist, to really upgrade the existing team and train them. And three, this will be used to have all possible authorizations to really market our products. This will require $230,000 turnover, a net profit of 14%. If we have this fund, we can impact. We've collected 4 million plastic waste. In the end, we want to reach 16,000. And then we will be creating 100 direct jobs for women and the youth, in particular for the youth. Because in our country, many of the young people that are idle become delinquent. And so, indulging them in these types of activity, we will then create jobs for them. We need to protect the environment. And so, we need to be able to recycle this waste. I thank
The
you.
jury, over to you. Have mercy on him, huh? Okay.
Merci beaucoup pour la présentation.
Thanks a lot for this presentation. The innovative element of your project. What is unique about your project? One of the unique elements of the project, locally in Gabon, we don't have farms that will indulge in our activities in producing fuel. How do I put it? We want to really build on that niche. My question has to do with diversity of your revenue. Now, to generate a turnover, how do you get to that? What are the various business streams that makes it possible to generate your turnover? As I said, we have entities we are working with, where they are 6 in numbers. They are responsible for collecting plastic waste at source. We also have a recycling partner that needs that material to operate its unit. And so we resell these, so we have 2 sources of revenue as we speak. There will be a third one if we raise that $157,000. That is to produce fuel to industrial units.
My question was similar to Lena's.
Second.
Okay. No, je vais traduire. Thank you. My question was similar to Lena's in your revenue diversification. I wanted to understand which revenue stream is your largest right now and which one are you actually gearing towards scaling? What is your big focus?
Parmi vos sources de revenus actuelles, quelle est celle qui est la plus grande et quelle est celle vers laquelle vous vous pencherez le plus?
Actuellement, c'est
As we speak, it's the resale that is the major one. We have a challenge. One of the reasons why we want to process plastic waste into fuel in Gabon, currently they are limiting the supplies.
Come on, let's give it up for Pauline. So don't forget that you'll be voting for your favorite picture. So please pay attention and also try your best to encourage them in every possible way you can. Our online participants, like I said yesterday, keep your blue emojis flying through our comment sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, to our next picture from Tanzania. Help me welcome on stage Majuma Bakari Shingo.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Majuma Shingo. I'm a founder and CEO of Connie's Products. It's an organic cosmetics business dealing with manufacturing organic products for hair and skin. The idea comes from my late sister, who unfortunately passed away before establishing her business. So after I finished my studies, I had to take over the business, making her dreams come true, having a sustainable cosmetics in Africa. In Tanzania, when you go to supermarkets or retail shops or other shops or beauty cosmetic shops, you find out of 10 soaps are from different brands. Out of 10 soaps, you find 8 are chemical soaps. And the remaining 2, which are organic and sustainable, are imported outside of Africa. What does that mean? This means what? The only people are few who can afford buying imported organic soaps, maybe organic scrubs. At Connie's, we are using 100% local raw materials from seaweeds, from sea salt, from coconut oils, making our organic cosmetics products. This led us to have a very, very affordable price anyone can afford. You know, chemical cosmetics, chemical soaps, it sometimes gives fast results, but a long-lasting damage for our skin, for our hair. You know, we have African hair. Sometimes it's not easy to comb, but when using relaxers, it's okay, fine. You can comb well, but it has a long-lasting damage for your skin, for your hair, even for the environment. We started this business in 2022, and for the first year, we only managed to sell 1,000 pieces of soaps only. But up to this third year here, we are selling 10,000 pieces of soaps every month from 33 local distributors, 15 supermarkets, and 4 international distributors. The business is 70% B2B and 30% B2C, but we are striving to have more wholesale clients than retail one. We are looking for 50,000, very little, 50,000 US dollar to scale our production capacity. That 50,000 will help us in 2 ways. The first, we will buy a machine to remove some damaged soaps that we can't sell, because for now, our factory, we are using manual. And also, there are some suppliers, it's kind of delay. We have a customer who is buying 5,000 pieces per month, every month of soap. So sometimes we deliver, when the days of deliveries comes, we are late, maybe 25, so we have 3,000 of soap. So that's a challenge. The 5,000 US dollar will help us produce 10,000 pieces. We're producing 10,000 pieces per month, but when you inject your 50,000 US dollar, it will help us produce more product from 10,000 per month, from 10,000 pieces per month to 60,000 pieces per month, from 7,000 US dollar revenue to 42,000 US dollar revenue, and 504,000 revenue per year. Join my journey today for the greater. Thank you.
Come on. Let's give it up for her. Jury, over to you.
Thank you, Wajuma, for your presentation. I wanted to know, besides the financial ask, what is your biggest challenge right now?
My biggest challenge is when the customer maybe wants more soaps, I can't afford or deliver them on time because we are using locally handmade, so we don't have machines in making our soap. So we don't deliver on time. And sometimes we say, customer, no, we can deliver next month, something like that. So that's my biggest challenge. And the second challenge is branding awareness. People like organic, they know why chemical cosmetics is, but do they trust the brand? Trusting the brand, so we are keep pushing every day in order customers should understand a local product that they can do the same as imported products.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for your
Hi.
presentation. I was going to ask, so compared to other products on the market that are said to be organic, what makes yours unique? So you talked about customers not knowing your brand. So as you get customer to know your brand, what is the unique thing about your brand you want customers to know?
Okay, my brand is unique because it's organic. It's organic and it gives from other the cheapest because I've honest cheap affordable because we source raw materials from Tanzania. We're not importing raw materials. So this led us to stand that you can see here is only $1 of soaps. $1.2 that retail. So the price is affordable than others, than us.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation, and I was happy to hear that your products are also sold outside Tanzania. My question is about certification. Do you have a certification from the government or international certification of of the organic soaps? I'm curious to know about the standards and maybe how it can help to expand your business in the future. And one quick one linked to that actually is how do you see the provisioning of the raw material in the long term if you want to expand your business? Will be the seaweed available as you want from Tanzania to produce more if you want to sell to more countries outside Tanzania? Thank you.
I have two certifications. One, Tanzania Bureau of Standard, TBS, and the second one, I think I'll be receiving my certificate on November from TOAM, Organic certification. I've already completed everything, I'm just waiting for my certificate. And our seaweed we source from local farmers from east zone of Tanzania. They are harvesting 100 kgs of seaweed every week. But out of that 100 kgs of seaweed every week, is only 90% are food grade, but the remainings are not food grade, are cosmetic grade. So we are buying from them as our raw materials because it's not food grade, but it's also a cosmetics grade. That's where we source our raw materials. But also in Tanzania, there's a lot of seaweed because Indian Ocean, almost 3 regions has a Zanzibar, Tanga, Mtwara, Pwani, we have seaweed there. So I have a lot of seaweed. There's no problem about sourcing raw materials.
Okay, thank you so much, Julie. Thank you so much,
Thank
Majuma. Come on, let's give it up for her. Let's give it up for her. So, the next picture is from Ghana. That's my brother from Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome here on stage Samuel Kumi Jau.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, I want to do a quick shoe check. Just look at your shoes. And any guesses are of what it's made from? Hello, everyone. I am a shoemaker from Ghana. I was raised in Labadi, a coastal suburb of Accra, where fishing is more than a livelihood. It is a tradition passed down through generations. But as a kid, I witnessed something heartbreaking. Instead of pulling nets full of fishes, small-scale fishermen in my community were huddling ocean-bound waste, such as plastic bottles, water containers, discarded jeans, and also old car tires. According to the UN Environment Programme, 19 to 23 million tons of waste enters our ocean every year. In Africa, a significant of this waste ends up along our shores, suffocating marine life, damaging local fishing livelihood, and also harming the tourism economy. What's worse, most of these wastes are either buried, or pushed back into the ocean. At Gold Coast, Togota, we saw an opportunity to break this cycle. We work with coastal communities to collect ocean-bound waste from fishing villages and also beaches, then transform into bespoke African-inspired footwear. Our process does not only reduce marine pollution, but also create jobs for local artisans and also the youth, while preserving the rich tradition of African craftsmanship. We've integrated low-cost, modern production technique, including laser cutting and also solar-powered machinery to minimize environmental impact. Each pair of our shoes represents waste diverted from the ocean, income for a local artisan, and also a step towards a cleaner and more sustainable coastal line. Our market opportunity is very big. The Africa footwear industry alone is worth 21 billion USD. And there is a growing demand for ethically made, eco-conscious fashion. With a production cost of 20 euros and a selling price of 30 euros, we are positioned not only to scale in Ghana, but across Africa and the diaspora markets. Since our business commencement in 2023, we've processed 1,000 tons of ocean-bound waste. We've trained 30 marginalized in society. We've served 2,500 customers, both locally and internationally. We've generated over 100,000 euros in revenue, and we are very big on SDG goals 5, 7, 8, 13, and 14. Our current production capacity is 250 pairs per month, far meeting global demand. We are seeking 100,000 euros. We are seeking 100,000 euros. We are seeking 100,000. We are seeking 100,000 euros. One, to increase our collection points as coastal lines. Two, expand our production to 500 pairs per month, and also position Gold Coast Togota as an African brand when it comes to blue economy. This investment will not only help us to scale, because it will help us to restore dignity to our coastal lines and also prove that sustainability and style can work hand in hand. Hello, everyone. With a team of 15 and a combined experience of 40, we blend around sustainability, creativity, and craftsmanship. My name is Samuel Kumijo, and I'm from Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really loved how you showed good data. Your presentation was really informative. And my question is about partnerships. You are doing a lot, and you are asking for a big investment. So do you have national and international partners in your business? And how would the investment you are asking for help to expand more the business, including creating more partnerships?
Okay, thank you for your question. there are levels to this entrepreneur thing that we are doing. If you have to start, of which we're in class one, the only thing that you talk about is product. So our very first year, we only spoke about product. Now we've grown to class 2 or level 2, where we talk about distribution. So if you have to look on the screen, these are our key African locations. So we are in Ghana, we are in Kenya, we are in Kigali, we are in Cote d'Ivoire, we are also in South Africa. What are we trying to do? We are using the Uber system. And the Uber system says, and I quote, Uber doesn't own the cars, they own the platform. So what we are doing is, supposing, let's say you're a fashion brand in maybe, where are you from? Togo? Please, where are you from?
I'm from Rwanda.
Rwanda. Okay, so you're a fashion brand in Rwanda. After this meeting, we have a conversation with you. Then we will stock up some of our products. Anytime that you are supposed to make a sale, then we share the profit. That's actually how we are moving as Gold Coast to Kuta. The level 3 of this entrepreneur journey is actually ecosystem. Ecosystem is actually when Gold Coast to Kuta become a recycling company. So we've started from somewhere and want to transition into being an African brand when it comes to blue economy. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It did indeed have a lot of good information. I am interested in your cost of production. So understanding what are the drivers and what are your unit economics in your production.
Okay, so for the very first one will actually be raw materials. Raw materials, first we were using leather when we started, but 6 months into production, we were actually like, why don't we go green or maybe go blue? So this time we are using sustainable, eco-friendly materials like jeans. Because and with the jeans, we source it from local markets. We also source it from beaches. So what do? We do a lot of beach cleanups. Okay, so the very first one will actually be cost of raw materials. We also have salaries. Salaries in the sense of talent and also the people that we work with. We also have machinery. Machinery, why? Just because I wouldn't say we are local brand, but we are a local brand. Now, what we are trying to do is we want to acquire a lot of machinery so that we can actually compete with the outside world, because the dream is not just a Ghanaian dream, it's an African dream. So with us, we don't make Ghanaian shoes, we make African-inspired. And the African-inspired actually differentiates us from all the local producers of this material. And also, the last one will actually be marketing. Marketing in the sense that now we want, in the next 5 years, we want to be a household name in Africa. So our drive is totally different from someone who wants to just penetrate within the Ghanaian or West Africa ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam, for your presentation.
Thank you.
My question is related to the cost of your products and who your target market is, because obviously sustainable fashion,
I know, right?
while amazing, can be very, very expensive. So can you just tell us a little bit more about who your target market actually is?
Okay, so for our target markets, we have three people. When we started, and I think this is actually a disease of every entrepreneur. When you start, you just want to sell to everyone. But now the stage that we've gotten to, we want to sell to 3 sets of people. One, young adults who are fashionable and also urban. The second one will actually be environmentally cautious people. Environmentally cautious people who care about the environment, just because of the materials that we are using. And the last one will be diasporans who want to reconnect with their heritage. So if you had to ask me to give a 5 seconds brief of what I do, I'll just tell you, my name is Samuel Kumijo, and I help Black diasporans reconnect with their heritage through footwear. So these are our key 3 customers that we want to sell to. Thank you. And please, by the way, my stand is actually at the back. So supposing, let's say you want something, you can just come around. And I have 10% discount for Blue Invest Africa. Thank you.
So before you go, before you leave, Samuel,
I'll be waiting for you.
Do you make shoes for women as well?
Yeah, I make shoes for women.
Good.
This is actually for a woman.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
And this is actually made 30% rubber. So those in Togo, in Ghana, we know sachet rubber. So this is made from sachet rubber. So please, I'll be waiting for you.
Congratulations. Then I'll make sure to visit your shop next time in Ghana. Thank you. Please, yes, clap for Samuel again. Now let's move to the next picture. Thank you. Next picture from Zambia. Please welcome Mutale from Yaka Investment Limited.
Good morning. Bonjour. My name is Shimfambe Mtale, the Managing Director of Yaka Investment Limited, and I've got a question for you. Do you know the fastest growing waste stream in the world? It's right here, electronic waste. According to the global UN e-Waste Watch, it is estimated that in 2022, electronic waste was produced in the world by 62,000 million tons, which shows an increase from 2010 of 82%. Quite alarming, right? Yes. But the surprising part is that we are only at 22% recycling rates. Coming to my country, Zambia, according to the AGA study, it shows that Zambia produces 138,000 tons of e-waste, but Zambia has never had an electronic waste recycling plant. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the first ever Zambia electronic waste recycling plant approved by the Zambia Environmental Management Agency. We are operating at 2 tons per hour, and it's interesting that we only use vibration and water only in our processing. So we have the shaking table and also the crusher. When we crush this electronic waste, we are able to recover copper, which we sell to mineral processing companies. And so far, we've been able to process more than 300 kg of copper and recovered and sold at $3,000 US. Our market is quite large because we are looking at over 138,000 tons of e-waste with minerals availability of $5 million US. We are looking at getting this electronic waste from different companies, especially the telecommunication companies around the country, but also we are getting this, the other advantage is that we're getting it for free. But also some companies are able to give us a service fee because getting this electronic waste from them is relieving them from this hazardous waste. Mind you, when this electronic waste is left, it goes into rivers and lakes and eventually in the oceans, affecting aquatic life. You and me have to understand that no one can drink water poisoned by electronic waste, and no one can fish from the ocean or rivers and lakes if the water is affected by electronic waste. Our team is composed of myself, a chemical engineer, as the managing director with 10 years experience, and also Mr. Elliot Pili with over 25 years experience as a civil engineer. And also we have another colleague with over 10 years experience as electrical mechanical engineer. We have the financial department as well as a different portfolio in tech, but also we have the advertising manager who has 10 years experience in advertising. We are looking for $100,000 US to be able to set up an solar backup system to help us continuously process the electronic waste. You and me have to join hands together with our team so that we ensure that aquatic life is not affected by our phones, our gadgets. I believe each one of you has this gadget in your hands, but think about it. At the end of its lifespan, where will it go? Will it go in the oceans, or will it be sustainably collected by us and eventually processed and recover minerals and materials from it? So I encourage you all, ensure that you set up systems in your countries that are able to collect waste and also recycle it. And we are available to come to your aid and support you establish these systems. So Zambia has it. Next is your country. We are looking forward to collaborating with your country and also your cities so that we can sustainably manage our gadgets and our electronics for a better future, for a better tomorrow, and for a better world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your presentation and congratulations.
Thank you.
My question again relates to traceability or tracking your impact. There's so many components in electrical waste. You've mentioned a few. Are you able to track all of them currently, or what is your plan to track some of the major components that are contributing to pollutants in rivers or in the environment or the ocean?
So thank you for your question. One, we are using our tech team to differentiate the different components in the electronics. So with that tech team, it helps us to understand which materials can be repaired. Also, we are looking at repairing so that it goes back into the system. And then the tech team also advises which materials can be crushed and processed. Remember, our crushing process and our system just uses water and vibration, using density to separate materials, where we collect the plastic and use it for other purposes, and then our copper, which we sell to mineral processing companies. So our tech team is on that job, and it's helping us establish different types of materials. But also, it was a good question because we are considering using AI as well in differentiating which type of materials can be processed or can be repaired. So we're looking to the future using AI into our system.
Thank you. My question has to do more with the business viability, right? So one of your revenue model you mentioned is the collection of the electronics. So with your client, how is it organized? Is it a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription? Is it a per ton? Like how is it? How do you bill your customers?
Thank you. So we have got a government policy which entails that all organizations should dispose of their electronic waste only to approved companies. And there are quite a few of them, which gives us an advantage because other companies, they just collect and they don't recycle, they export it, actually. So for us, we are recycling it locally, reducing on the carbon footprint, because recycling locally enables us, if we process 1 ton of e-waste, we'll be able to combat over 5,000 tons of CO2. Yeah, so because of that government policy, each company, each organization is mandated to lead off their electronic waste using an approved organization like us. So that gives us a platform. Even as we go out to see customers in these organizations, it is a reminder to the mandate which they are supposed to lead off their electronic waste.
So do they have a contract with you? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is it they pay every time they use it, or do they have like long-term contracts with you?
It's a long-term contract, and so far we have 3 contracts that we are working on, where we are able to at least have a 20% niche in the market of the 138,000 tons of e-waste available in Zambia. So it's a long-term contract.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. So you are asking for 100 euros to expand your business. My question is about whether you are already working with the companies you indicated that are involved in collecting e-waste and export it. So what are your projections in the future? Are you going to partner with them to maybe help with the processing the waste in Zambia? How is it working currently? Thanks.
Okay, first of all, they are competitors. So we are looking how we can leverage each other and looking at the cost that is involved in them exporting it and the cost that can be involved if they sell it to us. So we are in touch with 3 of them, the major ones, and we are having a discussion underway to see the possibility of collaboration. And by the way, we are also in touch with UNDP. We are working hand in hand for them to introduce us to more organizations. And so it's a privilege to work with other organizations, knowing that you are from UNDP. So we are in partnership, almost. Thank you.
Congratulations for the brilliant presentation. Thank you so much. So now, let's welcome the last speaker of this section. And we are going to Kenya. Please welcome Anna Kadari from Kavalin Limited. Kenya to close this first session of pitching today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kadari Cherry from Kenya. I'm the founder and CEO of a recycling business called Cavalian Limited. Back in the year 2021, I remember visiting my mother's farm in Taita Taveta County, only to find her very, very devastated. 1 acre of her vegetable plantation had dried up due to climate change, mainly caused by deforestation and water contamination in the river. To make it worse, the fishermen in the society could no longer fish. The fish had died due to water contamination, and all they were left with was the bad smell coming out of the river. Deforestation and waste contributes about 20% to climate change, and if this continues, we're gonna lose a lot of people due to poverty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you're thinking of building a house, you'll think of durability and comfort. But how will you be comfortable if your floor keeps on popping up and breaking? It's slippery, it's cold, it's worn out, and to make it worse, it has got stains all over, especially in areas that have got high content of moisture, such as the washroom. How will you be comfortable? At Cavalian Limited, we do make tiles for the floors and walls in the construction industry. Our tiles are made of paper, plastic, and agricultural waste, and to ensure that we have enough supply of raw materials, we do partner with the informal waste collectors and institutions such as Kenyatta University, thus being able to collect and recycle over 90,000 kgs of waste annually. We do sell the tiles to real estate developers focusing on the interior and exterior design of new residential and commercial construction. A box containing 11 pieces of tiles goes at a price of $15.09 US, and to our end customer, they're getting a product that is water resistant, termite proof, fire retardant, strong and durable. It is warm, it is non-slippery and eco-friendly. We do have the technological innovation and our focus on social impact. Looking at the flooring market segment in Kenya, it is projected to reach 12.67 million US dollars in the year 2025, and we are targeting a 0.56% of this market in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, we are projecting revenues of up to 70,000 US dollars, improving our profit margins from 43% to 59%, and we will be able to achieve this by selling 390 boxes of tiles in a month. Since the year 2021, we've collected over 136,000 kgs of plastic waste. We've created 173 jobs, created 7 partnerships, and apart from that, we've been able to reach 87 clients and thus empowering the lives of over 10,000 informal waste collectors. With a team of 5, with over 10 years of experience, we are asking for 150,000 US dollars in form of equity or grants. 70% of it is CAPEX, while 30% of it is OPEX, which will enable us to optimize our production process, expand our marketing reach, and expand our waste collection network. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board and be part of environmental stewardship. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is about the size of your business compared to the waste in Kenya that is produced. I think I heard about this business. I'm wondering, in your partnerships, do you have plants or processing sites in different parts of Kenya? And what are your partners? If you have some, for instance, donors and investors, apart from the partnership we're trying to create with the EU for this presentation. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for that question. So number one, when you look at the kind of partners whom we do have the MasterCard Foundation. They've been able to provide us with training plus funding. Apart from that, we have Kenya, which also provided funding and training. We have KCAC, which is helping us to be able to position our project, or rather our business, to be environmentally sustainable. And it's also played a very key role when we were in the product development phase. And we have other partners such as KIRDI, that is the Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute. They also helped us with our machinery, as well as on matters to do with the product development. So currently, we are able to do a small-scale production, and that is why we are asking for more investment. And apart from that, with the funding which we got from MasterCard Foundation and other partners, currently we extended our operations beyond Nairobi. We are in other counties. Currently we are in Taita Taveta County and Mombasa County. So we keep on expanding on a bit-by-bit basis. Yes.
Good. Thank you for the really good presentation. In your presentation, you talked about your result as of today and a couple of your projections. I don't remember the numbers, but I want to understand what are some of the specific initiatives within the company that you have in order to be able to achieve those your projections.
Kindly repeat the question.
Okay, so you talked about your revenue as of today and also your projection, right? So I want to understand, aside from getting the money, what are the initiatives or the processes you have in place in your company to be able to achieve your projections?
So thank you for that. So number one, we do believe in building our company through revenues. And so number one, we are partnering with one of the smart city in Kenya, that is Konza. So we are looking forward to start supplying our materials to Konza City, because there is a lot of construction going on there. And also Konza is giving us a space to just install our materials and act as a piloting site. So once we get clients, we can take them to Konza City, and they'll be able to see how the materials look on the ground. And apart from that, we are also approaching other institutions. Kenyatta University has also given us a platform where we can just install our materials, and it will act as a piloting site. And that is really playing a key role in bringing customers on board. Yeah, so number one, we are working towards building our revenues. So we are not really focusing much on the investments from other organizations. We want to be a revenue-driven business.
Thank you so much for your presentation. My question is relating to your competition in the market. What does that look like within maybe more sustainable tile making spaces versus also your typical usual tile makers? Can you tell us a little bit more, just a little bit more about your competition? Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for that. When we look at the competition, we do have companies such as the Kenya Marble Quarries Limited, Flamingo Tiles Comply. They do make a number of different products for flooring. We have the MDF laminates, veneer, tiles made of granite, marble, and also the ceramic tiles. So number one with us, whatever gives us an advantage over them, it is the durability, the performance of the material. Yeah, so when you look at how our materials are durable, they can last for more than 25 years. You can take our tile and drop it, and it wouldn't break. And for the people who love to have the wooden flooring, number one, with our tile, it has got a wood look and a wood feeling, and it is water resistant. You can't get that from wooden flooring or with the MDF laminates. So it is termite proof, it is water resistant, and it is warm, it is non-slippery as compared to the other tiles which we do have in the market.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask another question about pricing, but I'll leave it. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Jury. I'm glad you didn't ask that question. Yeah. Come on, let's give it up for them. Let's give it up for them. So now to my favorite part where you pick out your phone and you vote. Can we have the voting on the screen, please?
C'est le moment de voter. Après.
Now is the time for the voting. Please kindly scan the QR code, and vote for your favorite picture.
For ocean protection.
Encore quelques minutes pour voter.
Still some few minutes to vote. If you are joining or following online, this is the second day of Blue Invest Africa 2025, the third edition, which is going on here at Hotel de Février, Lomé, Togo. We've listened to the first section for pitch presented. Three pitches were there, and in the afternoon we'll continue with another session on the pitches. So in some few minutes we'll go for coffee break, which will last for 30 minutes, and 11 dots will come back to the hall for plenary by a panel which will be led by Mr. Alexis, who will have the pleasure to introduce to you at the appropriate time. I think that we'll finish with the voting and members of the jury, the 100% female. Thank you for your questions as well as for the motivations and so on for our candidates, Madeleine UNDP, Launch Africa, and Tandero Ocean Hub Africa. A round of applause for the members of the jury. Thank you. And behind let's announce the coffee break for 30 minutes. The same measures are taken for the coffee break. You just go behind by either your right or left hand side and you take your coffee. So, waiting for you at 11 for the next session on for Blue Event Africa 2025.